Ed got an honorary doctorate. Now, I know Kermit the Frog got one, and stupidity has gone out on honorary doctorates, but Ed got the real one. The real honorary doctorate is somebody who knows as much as any PhD, but also has the test of time in teaching. I was thrilled when Western Seminary said, "You deserve an honorary doctorate." He was famous for teaching Greek. I heard at one time that 1/4 of all Wycliffe translators had been in Ed's Greek classes. I believed it because I said, a student, when they hear the huge task of taking a language and putting it into writing, and many people run the other direction, they would say, if you can survive Ed Goodrick, this doesn't look that hard. I think we can do this. Well, the Greek classes started with alpha, beta, and the whole alphabet, and he would make everybody repeat it. Then he would say, "Follow me." He'd walk out of the door of the classroom, march across the campus with a string of Greek students who were expected to yell at the top of their lungs the whole Greek alphabet. I heard about his Greek class, and I said, I need to take second-year Greek from Ed Goodrick. Now, at that point, I had quite a bit of Greek, probably 7 years, but I said to myself, I think he's going to help me in ways no other teacher did. And I was amazed. Second-year Greek read the whole New Testament, I think 6 or 7 times. I don't know of a seminary that's doing that. It was 150 verses per class period. Took me 3 hours to get ready. I don't know how students. And he would say, you can use anything you want to get ready for class. But when you walk into class, you have to have an unmarked Greek text. That's all I ask. The first 90 verses is when he was grading each student. Then he said, let's sight read together. And students who wanted an A, they didn't believe him when he said, I'm only grading on the first 90. I didn't either. And he would then read with us another 60 verses. One of my favorite moments with him was he asked me what my Bible name would be. He would ask each student to pick the name of a Bible character, and that's what he would call them in class. And I thought about that, and I said, Dr. Goodrick, I would like to be the person from Acts 17, Dionysius the Areopagite. He looked at me, shook his head, and just called me Mr. Friesen from that point on. Later, when I was academic dean, I had experienced what he was like as a teacher. As academic dean, sometimes a student would come into my office and say, you wouldn't believe what Ed Goodrick did today. And I would say, I have 5 stories better than any story you can tell me. Ed had a unique viewpoint on why Paul's Greek sentences were so long. Ephesians 1 is like one long sentence, and I never heard anybody explain it as well as Ed. Ed said, I think Paul was a Christaholic. He would mention the name Christ in the middle of the sentence, and it would cause him to think of all the things he loved about Christ and throw in this and put this and add that and then say, now where was I? and come back to the sentence. I think he was right. Paul was a Christaholic.